Have you ever had a moment where everything suddenly felt possible? Like a door opened in your mind and you could see solutions that weren't there before? What if I told you that feeling isn't random, and you can actually learn to create it on demand? You know how some people seem to attract exactly what they need, while others struggle endlessly for the same results? The difference isn't luck, talent, or circumstances. It's something much simpler and more exciting. You already have this ability inside you, waiting to be activated. If you're watching this right now, you're about to discover the one shift that transforms how reality responds to you. What I'm about to share will show you that you've been far more powerful than you realized. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly why reality isn't what it seems, and how understanding this changes everything. You'll discover the one shift in perception that makes every problem you thought you had start to dissolve. By the end of this video, you'll never see your daily experiences the same way again. Because what most people call reality is actually just one layer of what's happening. Think about the last time you walked into a room and immediately felt the energy. Maybe it was tense, maybe it was joyful, but you knew something before anyone said a word. Most people dismiss this as imagination, but you felt it because you were accessing information beyond your 5 senses. Here's what this looks like. When you're having a conversation, there are actually 3 conversations happening: the words being spoken, the energy being exchanged, and the deeper truth underneath both. Most people only hear the first layer, but you've always sensed the other 2, haven't you? This happens because reality operates on multiple frequencies simultaneously. Your physical eyes see objects and people. Your mental awareness processes thoughts and emotions. But there's a third level, what I call your reality frequency, that reads the patterns, intentions, and possibilities that shape everything else. When you learn to consciously tune into this frequency, something extraordinary happens. You stop reacting to surface events and start responding from a deeper knowing. Conversations become clearer. Decisions feel easier. The chaos that used to overwhelm you begins to make sense because you're finally seeing the whole picture. But here's where it gets interesting. Most people never realize they have access to this level of awareness. If you're still here, you already understand something most people miss, that there's more happening than meets the eye. The fact that you're taking time to explore this tells me you're ready for something deeper than surface-level thinking. What I'm about to share is the technique that makes this shift from overwhelming to effortless. If this is resonating with you, please subscribe. Your brain processes about 11 million bits of information per second, but your conscious mind only handles about 40 bits. That means you're constantly filtering out 99.9% of what's actually happening around you. The question is, who's doing the filtering? And what are they choosing to show you? Most people let their conditioning, their fears, expectations, and past experiences control this filtering system. So they see what they expect to see, feel what they've always felt, and get the same results they've always gotten. But when you become aware of this process, something shifts. Here's what I've noticed about people who seem to navigate life with unusual clarity. They've learned to adjust their filtering system consciously. Instead of seeing the world through the lens of their limitations, they've trained themselves to look for possibilities, patterns, and information that serves their growth. And what becomes clear is that reality isn't fixed. It's responsive. When you change what you're looking for, you change what appears in your experience. When you shift your internal frequency, the external world begins to reflect that shift back to you. In this space, something profound emerges. You realize you're not just observing reality, you're actively participating in creating it through your attention and awareness. Take a moment and think about a situation in your life that feels stuck or frustrating. Now, instead of focusing on what's wrong with it, I want you to imagine you're a detective looking for clues about what this situation is trying to teach you. What patterns do you notice? What information have you been overlooking? What would become possible if you saw this situation as feedback rather than a problem? If you tried that, you probably noticed your entire relationship to the situation shifted, even slightly. This shift happens because problems and possibilities are often the same situation viewed from different levels of awareness. When you're stuck in problem thinking, you're operating from a frequency of limitation. Your mind searches for evidence of why things can't change, why you don't have options, why others are responsible for your experience. But when you step into possibility thinking, you're accessing a different frequency entirely. Suddenly, you start noticing resources you missed, connections you hadn't seen, opportunities that were always there but invisible from the problem frequency. What happens on a neurological level is fascinating. Your reticular activating system, the part of your brain that filters information, literally rewires itself to show you different data. The same room, the same conversation, the same relationship. But now you're seeing aspects that were filtered out before. And here's the deeper truth. Most people spend their entire lives seeing reality through outdated filters installed in childhood. Fear-based filters, scarcity-based filters. Filters that made sense when they were 5 years old, but now limit every area of their adult experience. I know this is a lot to take in, but you're doing the work that most people avoid. You're questioning the basic assumptions about how reality works. And that questioning is what creates the opening for transformation. Here's a technique you can use immediately to start controlling your reality frequency. I call it the possibility flip. And it works by completely rewiring how your brain processes situations in real time. The moment you notice yourself feeling stuck, frustrated, or limited by a situation, pause and ask this one question. What if this is happening for me instead of to me? This simple reframe instantly shifts your brain from problem scanning to possibility scanning. But here's the crucial part. Don't just think the question. Feel into it. When you genuinely consider that this challenge might be perfectly designed to teach you something or unlock a new capacity, your nervous system relaxes. Your mind stops defending against the situation and starts looking for the hidden gift. Then, follow up with, what is this situation making possible that wasn't possible before? Maybe it's forcing you to develop a skill you've avoided. Maybe it's showing you a blind spot that was limiting your growth. Maybe it's connecting you with resources or people you wouldn't have encountered otherwise. Practice this with small irritations first. Traffic jams, long lines, difficult conversations. What you'll notice is that situations that used to drain your energy start feeling like interesting puzzles to solve. Your relationship to challenge completely transforms when you see every obstacle as information about your next level of growth. This is just the foundation. Once you master this reframe, there's a way to use it to actually attract the exact challenges that accelerate your evolution. Over the next few days, you'll start noticing things you missed before. The real reasons people say what they say, the energy patterns in different environments, the way your own internal state shapes what shows up in your world. Within a week, people around you will sense something different about your presence, even if they can't name what it is. Change happens in layers, not overnight. Every time you catch yourself and adjust your awareness, you're literally rewiring decades of unconscious programming. You already have everything you need to do this. You just needed someone to remind you how to access it. If this resonated with you, you're exactly the kind of person this channel is for. Someone who's ready to go beyond surface-level thinking and explore what's really possible. Hit subscribe if you're ready to dive deeper into controlling your reality. And drop a comment below, sharing one situation you're excited to try the possibility flip with. When you share this video with someone who's ready for this shift, you're helping create a community of people who see beyond the surface. Your next breakthrough is just one reframe away.